gone into labor, excitedly waiting for our second child, Grant, to be born.
We went in for a regular delivery, a regular C-section, and we thought everything was fine.
Immediately we recognized something was very, very wrong. Grant ended up having what's called a congenital diaphragmatic hernia, which is a hole in his insides that they did not diagnose in utero. So when he came out, he basically didn't breathe because he had essentially one lung on one side.
His diaphragm, which is the muscle that separates your abdomen from your chest cavity, failed to develop in utero. So all the contents of his abdomen were able to come up and were growing on his left lung, and that's why he wasn't breathing.
He was transported in the middle of the night. I actually drove over there by myself on the phone with the doctor, fully expecting for my child not to make it through the night. I was completely lost. I was very, very scared. I essentially just broke down. About 2 minutes later, Dr. Gaudier walked out, and she absolutely set me up to understand what we were in for, to give me hope, but also let me understand what the situation was.
All I saw was this little baby who weighed about 5.5 pounds and was on a respirator. He was completely paralyzed from head to toe. He didn't even blink. He had surgery at 9 days, and his surgeon was able to take his guts off his lung and repair the hole in his diaphragm with a Gore-Tex patch, and little by little he began getting off the respirator and off the meds. It was a very long, arduous, painful process.
For 4 weeks, I spent every day at that hospital with every bit of my body expecting that child not to leave the hospital, and I was going to take advantage of every minute, every second I had with that child.
I was hopeful, but I was heartbroken, and so it was kind of like being in love for the first time. Like, you are hopeful and you're so afraid to put your heart out there. The only way we got any of that was from the support of Children's.
I truly think that somewhere in the back of his mind he knows that he's been given a gift and he carries himself that way.
My heart is a different heart than it was on January 9th of 2010. Now I just look at him and he's just this beautiful, hilarious little crack up. My cup runneth over. He's a total miracle. I mean, he's a walking, breathing miracle.